Hi everyone, I'm Cinderay9, and welcome back to Let's Play Valthirian Arc 2. Let's see, what's left hunt-wise? Not a lot. We do have this errand. Need to investigate the mercenary base, and I need to take some students with me. Okay. When I think of investigate, I think scouts. Or the upgraded equivalent, arquebusiers. So, Dark Fox, Flutter, Calvaric, and Carter. You four. Shouldn't be a problem. And we'll just send some other people out on quests. Bloodlight and Carson. What else? For the apprentices. And an old woman's journey. Sure. Dark Knight, MG, Marietta, and Mist. Now some random hunt just so we can get the just so a week passes quickly. Bandit hunt. What do we got? We've got Nala, we have Siren, fish pasta, and guess well no. Let's take some. We'll double up on the healer. Nobody should die or get knocked out. Excuse me. Nobody should get knocked out. Unless this goes horribly, horribly wrong, get jumped by like 20 of them. And there's only 10, so... Siren? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, heal. Roger. This shouldn't take long. Oh, good. I'm glad the other four of you were right here. Makes things simple. Bye.
Good job.
6,000 EXP, 4 frame, and 7,000 gold. For a relatively easy quest, honestly.
Good
Failed. Success. The failed one was probably the entire apprentice group, which will send them out again.
This won't be a problem.
There we go. How long for the... Less than a week. Okay, shouldn't take too much longer. I must say, as much as I've enjoyed this game, it's now getting without the arcs to really push the game forward. Now it's starting to hit kind of a grind, and 6,000 EXP, 300 fame, 2160 gold, and now it's got these buildings which you need 100,000 gold for. I guess you could go achievement hunting. That may kind of lengthen the game out a little bit, but it feels like we're getting kind of close to the end. It doesn't feel like we've been playing the game too long. Was that not it? No, that was it. Huh. That's weird. They came back, it was completed, right? There we go. Mercenaries headquarters. Principal. We'll meet with my insider from the kingdom. This quest should be taken as soon as possible. Okay. We can do that. We'll take Onyx, Flutter, Nala, and I need what? I need a paladin. And Alex. Sure.
This won't be a problem.
Which we never got a paladin weapon, did we? We got a knight weapon and a scout weapon. Killed 12 enemies. This really shouldn't be a problem. I kind of forgot you can send lower level people on the Valthirian arc. Because the enemies haven't been too terribly tough. Even though this feels as kind of like the main the main story of like what's going on in the kingdom. So far the quests haven't been too hard. You took your sweet time to get here. You are Salz, the royal guard of the Princess of Valthiria. He's your insider, Laurent?
Yes.
Yes. I can't believe it. So you had a connection with the kingdom this entire time? It's not that simple, Janine. Besides, that's not what we're here about. Indeed, I'm here to tell you about Hector. Hector? The Chancellor of Valthiria? You mean to tell me he's behind all this? Correct. So my intuition was right. Well, forgive us if we don't work based on a hunch. This place is not safe. Come, let's talk at the academy.
Good job.
6 out of 4 EXP, 4 fame, 3,000 gold. This is going close to the top if the Chancellor is involved. Level up! No. This. Kind of easy quest. With Zalaz's help, we can find the mercenaries' base. We're gonna head on to find proof of Hector's involvements in these events. For again, let's send a slightly different group. We'll send Carson. Let's send a different group. Carson, Carter, Bloodlight, and Dalazar. So was the Chancellor all along? Yes. He planned to overthrow the current king in order to take the kingdom for his own. I knew he can't be trusted. But why did he do that? What did he gain? It's not about gaining something. I believe we'll know what he wants when we capture him. Yes, our priority is to capture him, but to do that, we need to defeat his band of hired sellswords. Come. Alright, well let's do that. That's Burrow. leader of the mercenaries. He was the one hired by Hector to bring the drakes. The Academy sifted out my plan. Man, release the drakes. Drakes. Not scared. Y'all can do it. Because there's not too many drakes. Oh, we're supposed to be finding items. One there. Let's see. Yeah, heal. There's another one. Oh, 2, 3. Good. Yeah, more drakes. Alright. 4. Just one more. But I thought we were trying to wipe out the cell swords. I don't quite understand why this is a find item quest. Oh yeah, we're trying to find evidence, right? So I guess that makes sense, but the end of that dialogue then doesn't go with the quest. It just says something. We need to find evidence. Come, you know, something like that. Curses. Man, retreat! He ran away. Not for long. We'll hunt him. More importantly, look what I found. A letter? This is Hector's letter to Burrow. This is a great find. In fact, this is all the proof we need to stop Hector. I will bring this to the kingdom at once.
Good job.
6 out of 40 EXP, 400 fame, 3,000 gold. Evidence always helps. Still, it doesn't quite fit the kind of end of the dialogue and what the quest was about. So that's why I was attacking. I thought we had to wipe out all the enemies. Burrow the mercenary. Hector was backed by a group of mercenaries. Burrow, in order to get to Hector. Burrow. And wait a minute. Hold on. Hector was backed by a group of mercenaries. Burrow. It should read something like Hector was backed by a group of mercenaries who were led by Burrow. It makes it sound like Burrow is the group of mercenaries, but Burrow's the leader of the group of mercenaries. See what I'm saying? Just anyway. In order to get to Hector, we need to dispose this group of mercenaries first. Be careful. Burrow is a formidable opponent, especially with his grunts around. It's best that we dispatch his grunts first. Well, let's find out just how tough of an opponent he is. Dark Fox, Dark Knight. I haven't geared you out yet. I can. Sure. Yeah, we never got a level 30 paladin weapon. That is really disappointing. Where is the Valthiria wing? Yes. I did all the other arcs, so it's not like I missed an arc. There's nothing in the errands either. Before we start the quest, apprentices, go. Okay. Here we go. I need Dark Fox and Dark Knight. MG, oops, and Mist.
This won't be a problem.
He was using dangerous creatures like drakes just as a distraction in the city while he seized the throne. What a slime! Hector needs to be stopped. We have to wait for Zal's. In the meantime, we have to stop Burrow too. Managed to track him to his secret base. Now we can finally put an end to him. Good work, Laurent. Part of my job. Right. We have no time to lose. Agreed. Let's go take care of one of the problems in Valthiria. Students? This academy again. They're much more trouble than I thought. Men, to arms!
Let's go. Okay.
Ow. Sorry about that.
I'm going.
That's what happens when you screw up, VA.
I'm going.
Huh, no big threat so far. Where's the boss himself?
I'm going. Okay.
There he is. Eat meteor. Ugh, so annoying. And you're hitting miss, which is not cool. Don't hit the healer. No, stop hitting the healer. There, you can have meteors instead. And he's dead.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay.
There we go. We've done it. Where's Burrow? Looks like he slipped our noses again. What? What do you mean? No. The students beat him down. He wasn't scratching the healer, much less anybody else in the party. I mean, no, he didn't slip our noses. So, I'm blaming somebody else for this. You, Laurent, or you, Zales, because the students did their job. Still, we defeated most of his troops.
I'm great.
I will report this to the kingdom. Thank you for your cooperation, Academy. Just one more move before we can stop Hector. I'm glad this will be over soon.
Good job.
6 out of 40 EXP, 4 to fame, 3,000 gold. Come on. I don't know why sometimes it lags on the quest result, which is annoying. Honestly. Alright. Valthiria's victory. Hector is revealed to be a traitor to the kingdom, but the now ex-chancellor escaped. Secret Service? What? Secret Service? They have, like, FBI or MI6 or a special tab? They have Interpol? So what are we talking here? Sorry, just me having a little fun. Maybe it's like it should say classified or something. I don't know. I don't know why it has it in like brackets like that. Secret Service. Vale's found his hiding place in Greenbound Forest. It's time to defeat Hector and prevent the danger from ever coming to Valthiria. But first, some errands. Let's send Bloodlight on this. We'll send Carson, Carter, and Calvera.
This won't be a problem.
Yes. Strong warrior needed. We'll send Alex, Marietta, Mist to make sure they're healthy, and one more Siren. Oh no, we'll send that one guy. I haven't sent.
This won't be a
We'll send her out yet. Okay. Valthiria's victory. A lot of fame, gold, and EXP. Neat. Alright, for this quest, I'm going to send Flutter MG, Nala, and Sparks. Alright, students. Bring the ex-chancellor to justice.
Are you sure?
Are you ready, Principal? Students? This might be the hardest quest we take so far. Let's go. Good luck, everyone! No problem. I have full faith in the students. Not full faith in my voice at this point. Kill the boss! Why don't you understand, Academy? The current king is weak. He'll drive this kingdom into weakness, only to be bullied by other kingdoms. Well, I find that really hard to believe, considering how great Starlight Academy is. You know, we won't be bullied. I can assure you that, ex-chancellor. What we need is a strong army. Justice is written by victors, and we can't achieve victory without a powerful army. There's much more than just a powerful army to achieve victory. And your sense of justice is misguided.
Okay.
Out of the way.
I'm going. Okay.
Where are you, Hector?
Okay.
You are right about one thing, though.
I'm going.
In a way. As the saying goes, history is written by the victors.
I'm going. I'm going.
Alright, Hector. You glow really nice. I'll give you credit for that.
Go.
Flutter, if you would, please. Ow. No, I'm just gonna stop the damage to that. I forgot you had to be closer. Oh boy.
I'm going.
Force move, please. Oh, you're cheating. I can see that. Huh. Yeah, because everybody's only doing one. Not cool. Oh well, there we go. A few shots. Alright. Let's try that again.
Good
The,
job.
It would be nice if the force move works when I tell it to force move. Again. Flutter. MG. Nala and Sparks.
This won't be a problem. Are you sure?
Yes, let's try this again. So that's pretty cheap, Hector, that you can make things do one. Make attacks do one.
Okay.
And everything else wasn't really that bad, honestly. Other than the meteor storm, he wasn't really doing anything. How do you know how to cast that?
I'm going. Okay.
We'll just clear out these minions of his, and then we'll get back to the main event.
I'm going.
And it's weird that now you really have to use the force move,
Okay.
when in the other battles with bosses you could really just tank the hits.
Okay.
You know, he did a lot of damage.
Okay.
All right. Try this again. I thought the laugh would mean. Yeah, you see? I force move, but I don't know if Nala was in the middle of casting or...
Go, I'm going.
Wow. Alright, game. I also don't appreciate the stupidly hard boss. It's not like I have a way to make y'all any stronger either. Century, with your pride. And for not having a level 30 weapon too, which is just really odd to me. Unless it's at the end of this quest, which it shouldn't be, in my opinion. I need to send the apprentices on a quest. Hellish homework, sure.
This won't be a problem.
Embark, yes. Okay. I mean, if the force move works, it's really not that big of a deal because you dodge the meteors, and other than that, he's pretty pathetic. Once more. One more time.
This won't be a problem.
You must believe they can do it. I do believe. I just don't believe in the control sometimes. For those of you that have played, that have played Valthirian Arc 2, what are your opinions of if you fought Hector? Your opinions of this fight and of the force movement system. Maybe I was clicking too many times. I don't know. That's just. I would have rather have had like a shift click instead of a double click, or something to that of that nature, to where I make sure that it works. So sometimes I double click like there again, and it doesn't. It just doesn't catch or doesn't recognize it.
I'm going.
And you need it to work, or you're going to get bombarded by the meteors.
I'm going.
And while your paladin can protect every other party member, he can't protect himself. So he's still going to get blasted by the meteors. And what you're looking for, I've noticed, is these shadows on the ground. Once you start to see those, you probably need to move. See, and now let's getting hit. See, and that's a problem because then. See, move. Somebody's still getting caught the entire time.
Let's go. I'm going.
You see, you can move out of the way all you want, but then the
I'm going.
other party members other than the paladin are getting blasted, which does nobody any good. Oh, come on. He's not even that hard. I can see what that's what annoys me.
Good job.
I see what's going on. I know what I have to do. It's just I'm trying to move, and I get the party out of the way, but then like a healer or something is in the background. I guess I'll have to change party members on the fly, which again, these are all things you've never had to do before, or I've never had to do before. So it's just weird that now, when you're almost through with the game, or you know what? You're almost through with the game, that now you have to focus on this. Then I'll that now you have to do these other things that you've not, at least like I said, that I've not had to do before, which that's really annoying. I don't mind things like this where you do have to employ new strategies and things like that, but you've not been trained for this at all. Changing party members a lot like this, which you can use the arrow keys for, by the way, instead of clicking the portrait.
I'm going.
And the force move, where you force your characters to move. You've really not used it that much. You may have used the force move on the other bosses that had like the big stomp move, but even then, I didn't use it too much. We lost somebody who was stuck. There we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know. I'd like to hear your opinions about it. It just, I don't know. I can't put into words why it just rubs me the wrong way, but it does.
I'm going.
But we'll persevere and try this again. So yeah, you have to dodge the meteors because the meteors do a ton of damage. To do that, you have to force move. But then after you're done with that, you have to get the paladin back up in front, or it's just not going to work. See, because the person in back is always in danger of being hit. Which the protective status there helps. Come on. Go. Ow, ow, ow.
I'm going. Come on.
See, I'm saying force move. Force move, but not everybody is following the command.
I'm going.
See, when it's just one character, it's not a problem. I can tell one character to move out of the way. I can't get the whole group to move out of the way, because even when I force move, somebody stays behind. Sorry, really irritated by that. Well. Like I said, I don't have a way to make you students any better than you already are, because you're max level and I've given you the best gear. There's no way we can just out-status him for being cheap. And be like, oh look, I can be cheap back. I can just out-status you and make it where we take one from everything. Yeah. That's really annoying. Well, students, I guess this will kind of be the first time I do this, but I'll kind of hear your thoughts, your suggestions, if you will. Sometimes even the leader needs help, and your principal's pretty stumped if there's a better way to do that. Do I have the right idea? Because I feel like I do. That you need to dodge. You have to dodge out of the way, obviously. So you force move, which gets the students to move out of the way. But not everybody gets out of the way, and he hits really hard, just regular attacks. Like, am I gonna have to really look at stats and kind of pick the best team I got for this? Is that the case? Let me know. I'm curious because I feel like I'm doing everything right, and it's just the game mechanics aren't finely tuned enough for me to do what I want to do. So I'm honestly curious. Sorry for the failure, because I know several of you have told me what something you really enjoy about videos is that I do take them seriously. I love video games, and I want to put out a good product and not just be a person, oh, okay, let's do this for the 35th time type of LPer that just it feels like they're screwing up on purpose, or they're just not very good. So I apologize for the ton of failure. Those are just my thoughts about what's going on. It's just the game mechanics aren't... They've always not been very crisp, but it's not been a problem until you run up against a really hard boss like this. Then you can feel the game mechanics kind of fall apart, because the forced move doesn't always get your characters out of there, because they still do stay kind of in that line, not in a tightly bunched formation, so you can get them out of the blast radius and kind of out of harm's way. And if I'm going to have to constantly switch like 1 double click, 2 double click, 3 double click, 4 double click, that's... that's just really annoying. I may have to do that. Anyway, I'm just going to save the gold, and in case I'm going to just have to basically just look for the best stats and send those people, which everybody had pretty good stats that was on the team. I think I'm getting too much better than that. So anyway, let me know, because I'm honestly curious. I'm going to end this episode here, and next time we'll try to beat Hector again. Him and his cheap meteor move. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I still hope you had a lot of fun. If you had a lot of fun watching me fail and laughing, that's cool too. That's, as long as you had fun, that's what matters. So until the next episode, again, thank you very much for watching. I'm Cinder89. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.